Uh, Hello, everyone. This is Big Boss Calvin 83. Today, I want to touch on an issue. I looked at this article for the last almost, I would say, like 4 days. I posted it on Facebook. I discovered it on Facebook. You know, being part of the MGTOW group. You know, um, I'm not a MGTOW guy, but you know, I came across this article, and being part of the group, this internet group, on Facebook, came across this article, and it stated that a woman gets a cash payout after 30 years of being divorced. I kid you not, and I believe it's out in the UK. So it's not in America, but it's out in the UK, I believe. So this particular woman, and this particular woman, by these thanks to these courts, the court system out there, which is no different from the American court system. So the courts award this woman a big cash payout. I kid you not, I'm just so upset. Just based on what happened. This particular woman, gets a cash payout after 30 years of divorce. So she divorced this guy. I'm not saying that. Let's just basically. The article will be in the description box. After you watch this video, you should go read it for yourself, because I kid you not, I was just in disbelief. But you had a couple of years ago, you had a case out it happened in America. It happened on USA soil. A man breaks up with a woman, and the woman takes the man to court because he refused to marry her because she had basically fucked up credit. She had bad credit, and she gets about $150,000 for compensation for dating the guy. Because the guy dumped her, she takes him to court and gets awarded over $150,000. Now, if a man tried that shit, all the times he's taken the woman out, did this, did that, because the man got to do everything. And let's just say the woman was well established, and she made more money than the guy, and she paid off some of his debt. But because he was in a lot of debt, and he had fucked up credit, she dumps him, which would be a smart move. But because the guy felt some type of way, now he takes her to court and demands that he be compensated $150,000. He demands that he be compensated for $150,000 for dating her. Now, if he would have took this to court, he would have been laughed at. But because of the woman did that and she felt some type of way, we got to cater to her because her feelings, because her feelings matter, but not the guy's feelings matter. So, a woman's feelings is very important, but the man, he don't have no feelings, so he has to just get over it and move the fuck on. So this woman who was with this guy, I don't know how long, because I don't know how long it was. She basically married a guy, and it was in the 80s. They had kids in 1983, the year that I was personally born in. That's when I was born. And they divorced in 1991. I don't know who filed for divorce, but the guy, I guess, because I don't know. But the woman, was with this man for like until 1991. And after she filed for divorce, I'm not saying she filed for divorce. After the divorce, now this man, he was a regular guy. This man became a successful business owner, and now he's making millions of dollars. I think if I'm right, I think he's a millionaire now. And because he became a millionaire, now this woman who divorced this now after I'm sorry, but I'm just so upset. But now because the woman, not I'm just now after the divorce, right? This man after divorce, this man moves on with his life. He has a new family. God, would you stay in focus, camera? This man moved on with his life after divorce. He starts a new family, just like she did. He becomes a successful entrepreneur, a successful business owner, making millions of dollars. Now she feels some type of way, like this man owes this bitch money. Now the woman wants this man's money after being divorced 30 years. This man moves on with his life, and he strikes gold. Now this woman wants his money, and this bitch actually gets compensated, even though she'd been divorced with this man 30 years ago. Now this guy is a multi-millionaire. Now she wants his money, and she wants to be compensated for the time that they were together, and the time they've been divorced. She wants. So basically, this woman, this cunt out in the UK, wants this man's money. Basically, for the time that she put in work for the marriage that did not last. And after 30 years later, she wants to be compensated because she raised a child by herself, and she did all these things, and I guess she was a struggling single mother now. And she discovered that this man is a successful business owner. Now she wants his money. After 30 years of divorce, of getting a divorce, 30 years later, she wants a cash payout, which is fucked up, and she gets his money. And the courts actually give her the money, which is crazy. If this is not a prime example of female privilege, I don't know what else is. Now, if you can imagine, let's just say the roles were in reverse, and whatever happened, this man was married to this woman for a certain amount of time. They divorce. 30 years later, she moves on with her life, and she becomes a successful business owner, entrepreneur, whatever term you want to use. 30 years later, she strikes gold and becomes rich, around a millionaire. She becomes a millionaire. Now this man feels some type of way since he was a single father. They've been divorced, and she basically didn't get no alimony and no child support. And the son is and the kid is, her kids are now his kids are adults, right? They're my age, basically. And because of that, because this woman struck gold, now this man feels some type of way. Even though it's been 30 years since they've been divorced, this man feels like, well, I didn't get no alimony, I didn't get no child support, so I'm going to take this bitch to court and clean her out. Could you imagine the outrage what these feminists will say. These feminists in the courts will laugh at this man and tell this man to grow a pair of balls, grow the fuck up, and work hard and make some money and support himself. But because she's a woman, 30 years she's been divorced from this man. Now she wants to be compensated. Now this man become a successful business owner. Now she wants to be compensated. Not only during the time that they were married, but also 30 years later, she wants to be compensated for the 30 years of being divorced. Because I guess there was no alimony money at the time. There was no child support. Now she wants to be compensated for the 30 years that I just don't get it. It's just, she wants to be, for 30 years after being divorced, this man becomes a millionaire. Now she wants to be compensated for the breakup, basically. And because she was a single mother, and since she didn't get no alimony, no child support, I tried looking into this story. Because she didn't claim those things, now, because the man was just an average guy working from paycheck to paycheck. But now, because this man becomes an entrepreneur, and he's successful, now she wants his fucking money. And she wants to be compensated for what she did in the marriage, and she wants to be compensated after divorce for 30 years being divorced. And since she had kids by this man, and the kids are now grown and in their 30s likely, basically they're adults. Now she wants to be compensated because she raised these kids by herself. And the courts found, and her lawyers found a loophole within the law in the UK, and because there was no financial order of the divorce. I'm just going by what I read. Because there was no financial order established by the man, now this bitch can get his money. Now this bitch can take half, even though she's been divorced from him for 30 years. Which is fucked up. This is definitely female privilege. And don't think this just because it happened in Europe, don't assume it's not going to happen in America. So basically we're at the key point of this video. So basically, a woman can be with you for a certain amount of time and divorce you. And she thinks because you ain't shit, she divorces you. Or vice versa, who divorces who. Now, after the divorce, you move on with your life as a man. Now you become successful. Now this gold-digging bitch wants your money. And she wants to be compensated for you being divorced from her for a certain amount of time. For decades later. And if you have kids, even though she didn't file no alimony and child support, now, because since you inherited money, now you become successful, you become rich, wealthy, whatever, you become a multi-millionaire. She discovers that you are affluent and a multi-millionaire. Now she wants your money, even though you have not spoken to this bitch and you never kept in contact with this woman, and you broke up with her for a certain amount of time, for decades. Now she wants your money. That is fucked up. And I mean, because just what Western societies, basically, Western societies, they keep passing these gynocentric laws, these anti-male laws every year. So if you as a man with a woman and you dump her, she can get cash payout. If you're married to a woman and the two of you get divorced, and likely the woman's going to file for divorce. She can get alimony and child support. If you got kids, she's going to get child support. And she gets the kids, even though you may be a better fit parent, she's going to take the kids and get out, not only get alimony and child support, and then she's going to get some no good ass dude who's going to molest your kids and beat your kids and even possibly kill your kids, and nothing happens to her for putting her kids in danger. But you know, that's just tangent right there. But we're just gonna focus on the fact that you're with a woman. You dated this woman for a certain amount of time. It doesn't work out because she thinks you ain't shit. Now you break up with this woman, divorce or whatever, just a breakup. And then all of a sudden you move on with your life, and then all of a sudden you become rich, you become a multi-millionaire, you're successful now. Now she wants your money, and she's gonna go to the courts and take you to court and ask to be compensated, and basically get a huge cash payout, and basically take half, or should I say 90% of your hard-earned money. And she becomes rich off your money. Even though you broke up with this woman, guess what? But guess what? After you break up with her, now she gets a huge payday. Now she takes all your money. All the money that you moved on for your life from this woman. She don't speak to you or nothing. She don't keep in contact with you. But the minute she hears that you are making money, guess what? She's gonna get your money. Even though you broke up with her a long time ago, guess what? She's gonna take your money. So basically what's going on is, so if you are with a woman and you break up with her for whatever reason, or she breaks up with you, and the minute you become financially successful, she wants your finances, she wants your money. So basically, not only that because you as a man, marriage doesn't benefit your ass at all, but if you don't marry her, and a lot of men think, I'm not going to marry this bitch, but I'll just live with her, or whatever. You think you're going to escape feminism easily. You're not. So if you date a woman and you dump her, she can take you to court and get compensation for the time she put in for the relationship. If you marry her and then it don't work out and you got kids, she gets alimony. She gets child support. Even if she doesn't file for alimony or child support, she can do that later on. The minute you become successful and you haven't talked to this bitch in like 30 years and you broke up with her for like 30 years, guess what? The minute she finds out that you made some money, guess what? She's going to take your ass to the cleaners. And she's going to be compensated by these fucking gynocentric court systems run thanks to these feminists and these women groups. Now, if you dump a woman at any certain time, guess what? She can take your money away. It's no different from the Bill Cosby situation. He was with, I'm pretty sure he was fucking some of these women, but not raping them. I don't believe he raped them. I personally don't believe that, because if that was true, his ass would have been gone to jail a long time ago. But I gotta be right back. I know this is a long video, but bear with me. I'll be right back. Back on the subject. But basically, like I was saying, that for Bill Cosby's situation, I'm pretty sure he was fucking with these women, but he didn't rape them. I just don't buy it. Because if he did, his ass would be in jail a long time ago. These women basically are bitter because they did not become successful and they did not fulfill their dreams. And because their dreams did not come true, now they're mad and now they want to be compensated. And if basically what we as men are learning, if you're with a woman, it doesn't matter. If you even talk to a woman a certain way, she can get a cash payout. She can accuse you of any old thing, and her whole motive can be for money. That's what it's about. It's about that paper. So basically, what society is telling us doesn't matter. This is not just America. This happened in the UK with this woman. 30 years later, after the breakup, after the divorce, this man becomes successful. Now she wants his money. 30 years later, she wants his money. And she should not get a fucking dime. She should not. She did not earn that money. She didn't support his fucking business. It's just bullshit. Some of you guys say, well, we as men, we're going our own way. Well, if you want to go your own way, go ahead. And if this society, this nation wants to be destroyed by gynocentrism, then so be it. But guess what? You going your own way ain't helping the situation, because these anti-male laws and this society become gynocentric and catering to women and oppressing you as a man. You can't escape that. Yeah, I understand the MRAs, are not doing a good job. They want to fight and change the system, work within an oppressive, misandric system, and thinking they're going to change shit, but nobody cares. Nobody's listening. And I mean, like I said before, my solution is you as a man is to boycott, control your fucking dollar. Going on a marriage strike is one thing, but you just can't talk to women, period. If you spend a certain amount of time with a woman and the relationship doesn't work out, she wants to be compensated financially, which is bullshit. It doesn't matter what you do as a man. If you come in contact with any old woman, she can, and especially if you're rich, if you're wealthy, guess what? She wants to be compensated for the time that you spent with her. So basically, this is just legal. It's prostitution. What I don't understand is prostitution is illegal. Well, I know, particularly in America, prostitution is illegal. I'm not sure about all states, but it's illegal. But this same gynocentric government promote prostitution by these women, having relationships with men, and then whether he dumps her or she dumps him, guess what? They want to be compensated. You take a woman out to dinner. She wants to be compensated, but you don't get no sex. So you as a man, you might as well just spend your money on a prostitute and just fuck her. And don't take women out on dates. Come on, focus. Don't take women out on dates. Come on, man. My camera's acting. Don't take women out on dates. Don't take them nowhere. Don't spend money on them. Because if you do, you're not gonna. Basically, you're spending your paycheck on her. What is she doing for you? Nothing. Oh, she might give up the pussy. Please. No, she's gonna clown you. She's gonna give up the pussy to some fucking bad boy and thug. Some guy who made her wet between the legs. But you as a nice guy, you as a regular guy, the average Joe, no, you gotta spend money on her to get it. And but most of the time you don't get it. You gotta do all these things. You gotta jump through hoops just to get a woman to acknowledge you, just to get some female attention, which is bullshit. It's just fucking bullshit. It's just bullshit. Like I said, you as a man, you gotta be celibate. You just can't have no relationship with no woman, because if you do, guess what? You gotta pay for the time that she spent with you. That's all I gotta say. It's just fucking bullshit. I'm just out. I'm peace. I just want to end this part. It's just, this is a gender war, definitely. There's no way to describe it. This is division, and this is definitely a gender war. To all you women, feminists and male feminists who support this crap, thinking that a woman is entitled to a man's money after 30 years of being divorced, now a woman feels entitled to a man's money, or you got some fucked up mindset that because you spend this much time dating a man, and then now you want to be compensated, or you've been apart. Now you find out he's rich. Now you feel he owes you a fucking dime. He doesn't. Until all you man-jonas and all you male feminists who want to tell men like myself to stop complaining, stop whining, you're gonna get your wake-up call. But if these more laws like this come into effect, you're gonna have more and more women being slaughtered. I hate to break it to you. And you're gonna have more people that don't want to get married, and people that just want to be socially disconnected and divided. And guess who wins? The criminals, the elite. This is what they want. But, you know, this is ugly. No, this is the prime example of female privilege. And this stuff needs to stop. And it's time for people to stand up to this gynocentric system. I do mean men and women who are anti-feminist and pro-family need to stand up to this gynocentric government and put an end to this. That's all I got to say. I'm out. Peace.